Hello, Dragon Ball fans! Today, we're diving into the exciting world of Dragon Ball Super to discover the 20 strongest characters. This character might not seem super powerful at first, but trust me, they've got some serious skills. In the official ranking of the 20 strongest characters, we find someone who's not as famous as Goku or Vegeta, but still packs a punch. This character actually tapped into something called Ultra Instinct before Goku did. Can you believe it? It all went down in Chapter 39 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, a part that was left out of the anime. Goku was facing off against the mighty Jiren, but he was getting totally thrashed. To compensate, Goku pushed himself to the limit, which, spoiler alert, wasn't a great idea. Enter Master Roshi, who dropped some wisdom about power not being everything. Then comes the jaw-dropping moment. Master Roshi manages to dodge attacks from Jiren, the strongest fighter in the tournament. Sure, Master Roshi gets knocked out shortly after, but his move helps Goku tap into Ultra Instinct. How cool is that? What's even more interesting is that Whis and Beerus compare Master Roshi's moves to the real Ultra Instinct, acknowledging there's a big difference, but the basic principle is there. This means that Master Roshi was the first mortal in the series to get close to Ultra Instinct, even before Goku and Vegeta. Now, you might think it's a bit far-fetched, but remember, Ultra Instinct is based on real martial arts concepts. So, it's not totally crazy that a master who's lived for hundreds of years could get close to mastering it, right? So, next time you're watching Dragon Ball Super, keep an eye out for Master Roshi. He might just surprise you with his incredible skills. Now let's dive into the story of Goten, a young Saiyan with a lot of potential. But wait, why is he 19th on the strongest characters list? Let's find out. Remember when we first met Goten, he was this energetic kid who learned Super Saiyan just by training with his mom, Chi-Chi. He even amazed his big brother Gohan with his strong throws. It seemed like Goten was destined for greatness. In an interview, the actor who voices Goten confirmed that he's got the most potential among the Saiyans. So, what happened? Well, after the Majin Buu saga, Goten kinda stopped training. Following his brother Gohan's footsteps, he focused more on studying than fighting. Plus, his mom, Chi-Chi, wasn't too keen on letting her boys train freely. But here's the thing, Goten has a mix of Saiyan and human genetics. This combo gives him something called S-cells, which are super important for gaining power and transforming. So, even though he's ranked 19th now, there's still hope. In the recent Dragon Ball Super manga, Goten made a comeback with even more power. Maybe he'll follow in Gohan's footsteps and unlock a cool transformation or technique. Who knows? We're rooting for him to fulfill his promise of greatness. Let's talk about Trunks, the awesome Saiyan warrior ranked 18th in strength. From his first appearance to now, Trunks has always been a bit stronger than Goten. Remember when they first fought, Trunks won by transforming into a Super Saiyan, which made Goten pretty upset because they agreed not to transform during the fight. But let's be fair, Goten did pull off some sneaky moves before that. Even today, Trunks still has a slight edge in power. In the official Dragon Ball superhero card game, Trunks is just a bit stronger than Goten. Can you believe it? They're even weaker than Krillin when they're not transformed. Trunks himself once explained why he's stronger than Goten. During Dragon Ball Z, when he was training with Vegeta in the Gravity Room, Vegeta asked if Goten could also turn Super Saiyan. Trunks said yes, but unlike him, Goten couldn't fly. When asked who's stronger, Trunks admitted he's a tad stronger because he's a year older. So, even though Trunks and Goten are both super cool Saiyans, Trunks has a little extra power. But who knows, maybe Goten will catch up one day and show us what he's really made of. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball adventures, and don't forget to keep cheering for your favorite Saiyans. Let's talk about Android 18, the amazing fighter ranked 17th in strength. After marrying Krillin and becoming a mom, Android 18 doesn't fight as much. But guess what? She's still the strongest woman in Universe 7. Unlike Goten and Trunks, who stopped training and got a bit rusty, Android 18 stays strong thanks to her robotic parts. You see, androids like her were programmed by Dr. Gero to have infinite energy and super strength. So, even though she didn't get stronger through training like other fighters, her power doesn't fade over time. Cool, right? That means Android 18 can still kick, but just like she did in her prime, or even better. Remember how awesome she was in the Tournament of Power, helping out Universe 7? Yeah, she's a real hero. So, even though Android 18 might not fight as often these days, she's still one of the strongest warriors out there. Who knows what kind of amazing thing she'd do next? Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball adventures, and don't forget to cheer for Android 18, the powerhouse mom. Let's talk about Majin Buu, ranking in as the 16th strongest fighter. Now, you might think that a big, pink blob like Majin Buu wouldn't be that strong, but don't let his looks fool you. Buu might not train much these days, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. Living with Mr. Satan, or Mr. Buu as he's sometimes called, Buu spends his days eating pudding and playing with his buddy. Sounds like fun, right? But before the Tournament of Power, Buu actually did some training. He even fought Goku and held his own against the hero of Earth. Did you know that Buu was supposed to join Universe 7's team for the Tournament of Power? Yeah, it was a big deal, but at the last minute, they swapped him out for Frieza. I have a theory about why that happened. See, Buu has some pretty amazing abilities that would have made him a game changer in the tournament. First, he can heal himself and others, which would have been super helpful for the team. And then there's his absorption power, which would have let him absorb defeated opponents before they even hit the ground. So, while Buu might seem lazy, he's actually got some serious skills. Who knows what he'll do next? Maybe he'll surprise us all and jump back into training. One thing's for sure, you don't want to underestimate Majin Buu. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball adventures and keep cheering for Buu, the lovable powerhouse. Let's talk about Android 17, who comes in at number 15 on our list. And let me tell you, he's got one of the coolest plot twists in the whole franchise. So, what's Android 17 up to these days? Well, he's living it up on a remote island that's home to lots of endangered species. His job, he's like the island's guardian, making sure everything stays safe and sound. But here's where things get really interesting. While on the island, 17 got to train with some serious heavyweights like the Cell Juniors. And you know what? His power level shot through the roof. In fact, he's strong enough to take on Goku Blue in the anime and even Goku Super Saiyan 3 in the manga. Pretty impressive, right? Now, you might be wondering how an android like 17 could get so strong. Well, besides being tough as nails, he's got this crazy high combat IQ. That's what helped him win the Tournament of Power and make a bunch of betters lose their shirts. So, not only is Android 17 stylish and cool, but he's also one heck of a fighter. Who knows what adventures he'll get up to next? I can't wait to find out. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball fun, and don't forget to root for Android 17, the ultimate guardian with serious style. Let's talk about Piccolo, who's ranked at number 14 on our list. Piccolo's actually the favorite character of the author himself, Toriyama. So, why is Piccolo so special? Well, the author felt he needed a boost, and boy, did he deliver. He gave Piccolo not one, but two new transformations. Talk about a double whammy. Piccolo's been through a lot, you know? He used to be Goku's biggest rival back in the old days. Plus, he was the strongest Z warrior during the Saiyan Saga when he fused with Nail, and also during the Cell Saga when he absorbed Kami and became a Super Namekian. After being kinda forgotten for a while, Piccolo got his time to shine with his new transformations. First up, we've got Unlocked Potential Piccolo, or as fans lovingly call him, Yellow Piccolo. Then, there's Orange Piccolo, where he gets all buffed up and super strong. He even held his own against the Scary Cell X, the main villain in the latest movie. With these awesome new transformations, Piccolo's ready to take on whatever challenges come his way. Who knows what's next for this Green Warrior? I can't wait to find out. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball excitement, and keep cheering for Piccolo, the Namekian powerhouse. Let's talk about Gohan, who's ranked at number 13 on our list. Gohan made an epic return from retirement to steal the spotlight once again. In the movie Dragon Ball Superhero, Gohan amazed everyone by transforming into his new form called Beast. It was like a blast from the past when he powered up, just like he did when he became a Super Saiyan 2. The movie even added some nostalgic touches to win over the fans' hearts. Despite all the chaos surrounding the movie's release and the controversies about the 3D animation, Gohan easily defeated Cell X, a powerful villain even Piccolo thought Goku and Vegeta couldn't handle. Now, let's dive deeper into this scene and clear up any misunderstandings. You see, the movie is a sequel to Dragon Ball Super: Broly, but it doesn't follow the events of the Granola Saga from the manga. So, when Piccolo says Gohan defeated someone Goku and Vegeta couldn't, he's talking about their power levels during the Broly fight, not their current ones from the manga. It's also important to consider a recent statement from the author. In an interview about the movie, he mentioned that Gohan has always been the strongest. But we need to understand he's mostly referring to Gohan's potential and his history as a character. We'll get a clearer picture of Gohan's power level when we compare him to Goku and Vegeta later on. So, Gohan's comeback is definitely one for the books. Who knows what other surprises he has in store for us? Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball adventures. Let's talk about Broly, who's ranked at number 12 on our list. Broly's story took an interesting turn in the last chapter of the Dragon Ball Super manga. In the manga, Broly is invited to train with Vegeta, the Prince of the Saiyans. Can you believe that? Vegeta, of all people, teaches Broly how to control his anger. And guess what? Broly actually manages to do it. But here's the twist: when he controls his anger, he can't access his full power. Whis even says that Broly's training is just beginning. It's pretty clear from the manga that Broly isn't as strong as Goku and Vegeta. Whis mentions before the Granola Survivor Saga that Goku and Vegeta are the strongest Saiyans in the universe. So, Broly isn't in the running to be one of Earth's top Saiyans. What surprises me is how they gave Broly so much potential in the movie, making him capable of defeating Goku and Vegeta without any training. But then, they limit his growth completely afterward. It's like in those fighting games where the boss is super tough until you unlock them as a playable character. Now, why is Broly ranked higher than Gohan? Well, it's because of an interview with Akira Toriyama about Cell X. Toriyama accidentally hinted at who's stronger between Broly and Gohan. He said that if Cell X had been completed according to plan, even someone like Broly couldn't defeat him. But since he was activated forcibly, he became an uncontrollable monster. So, based on this, we can assume that Broly could have defeated Cell X in his incomplete form, just like Gohan did, and maybe even more. After all, we're talking about a Broly who's stronger and more trained than when Toriyama made that statement. Meanwhile, Gohan's power level remains the same. Broly's journey is just getting started, and who knows what incredible feats he'll achieve next. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball adventures. Let's talk about Vegeta, who's ranked at number 11 on our list. Vegeta's journey in Dragon Ball Super has been full of epic battles and powerful transformations. We've all been waiting for the day when Vegeta finally defeats a major villain in Dragon Ball Super. And guess what? He came really close in the epic Granola Survivor Saga in the DBS manga. In that saga, Vegeta unlocked a powerful transformation called Ego Superior. This transformation taps into the power of the destruction gods, pushing the user beyond their limits. And here's the cool part: the more damage the user absorbs from their opponent, the stronger they become. But that's not all. Vegeta also acquired a powerful weapon called Rakai, adding it to his arsenal. He learned to use it during his training with the Super Tutor, Whis. Whis even mentioned Vegeta after the Moro Saga, saying he's one of the strongest Saiyans in the universe, alongside Goku. And here's something interesting. Whis said this before Vegeta even achieved Ego Superior. That just goes to show how underrated Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue evolution form is, especially in the manga. It even outperformed Goku's glitchy Ultra Instinct in the fight against Granola. So, thanks to Whis' words, we know that Vegeta currently surpasses Broly. But let's stay tuned to see what challenges await our favorite Saiyan Prince in the future. Let's talk about Granola, who's ranked at number 10 on our list. Granola's story is one of revenge and determination. 40 years ago, Granola's home planet, Shiaru, was attacked by a group working for Frieza. He was the only survivor and grew up filled with anger, dreaming of the day he could get revenge on Frieza. Then, something incredible happened. Granola had the chance to make a wish to the Namekian Dragon Balls thanks to a creature named Mona Ito. The dragon, called Taranbo, granted Granola almost all of his remaining lifespan in exchange for making him the strongest in the universe. With this newfound power, Granola defeated Goku and Vegeta. But here's the twist. Goku tapped into an ancient transformation while fighting Granola, surpassing him in power. It's a transformation we've never seen before, and it's super exciting. So, stay tuned to learn more about Goku's incredible new power and how it changes the game in the world of Dragon Ball. Let's talk about Goku, who's ranked 9th on our list. Goku's journey after the Tournament of Power has been quite a ride, especially in the manga. So, after the Tournament of Power, Goku's been kinda stuck in a slow evolution pace. He's been trying to master Ultra Instinct, but it's been a real challenge. In the Moro Saga, Goku showed some improvement, but he still hadn't fully mastered the technique. But then, something amazing happened in the manga. Goku tapped into a new form called Ultra Instinct Sai. It's like a supercharged version of the regular Ultra Instinct we know. In this form, Goku can feel his emotions freely, without needing to keep his spirit calm. This makes him a fierce warrior, filled with the Saiyan rage, but also with the precision and skill of Ultra Instinct. With this new power, Goku was able to hold his own against some tough opponents, like Granola and even Moro. So, seeing Goku's power grow in the manga helps us understand better who the strongest fighters are in the Dragon Ball universe. Stay tuned for more exciting updates. Let's talk about Frieza, who's ranked 8th on our list. After seeing Goku use Ultra Instinct in the Tournament of Power, Frieza got super motivated to get stronger. His goal to become even more powerful than the God of Destruction, Beerus, and maybe even challenge the King of all, Zeno. After getting beat up by Broly in the movie, Frieza decided to take a break from messing with Goku and Vegeta. But guess what? He found a hidden hyperbolic time chamber on one of the planets he conquered. For 10 whole years, Frieza trained hard in there and unlocked a new transformation, Golden Frieza. When he showed off this new form for the first time, he knocked Goku and Vegeta out cold with just one punch. And then, he took down both Saiyans with ease. But don't worry, he spared their lives, saying they'd meet again. So, what do you think Frieza's up to now? Stay tuned for more adventures. Let's talk about Bills, who's in 7th place on our list. In the latest chapter of Dragon Ball Super, Bills made it clear that no matter how strong Goku, Vegeta, Broly, or anyone else gets, there will always be someone stronger. He even said, "If you can surpass me, I'll recommend you as the next Hakaishin." Wow, talk about a challenge. When Bills said this, he was talking directly to Goku, showing that he's still the strongest. But here's the interesting part, Bills seems more chill about Goku and Vegeta getting stronger now. Remember in the Broly movie when he was kind of upset about Goku's thirst for power? Well, now he's more relaxed about it, even teaching Vegeta about the principles behind Hakai, the destruction technique. I have a feeling that when Goku and Bills have their rematch, it's going to be epic. So, who do you think will come out on top? Stay tuned to find out more exciting adventures. Let's talk about Meros, who's in 6th place on our list. After the Tournament of Power, we learned about a new class of angels called the Apprentice Angels. These angels, like Meros, share divine blood with angels like Whis and Vados, but they haven't completed their training to become full-fledged attendants to a god of destruction. Meros was trained by the Grand Priest and sent to the Galactic Patrol to learn about mortal lives and gain new perspectives. He quickly rose through the ranks and became the #1 patroller. In his first appearance, Meros effortlessly defeated Goku, showing off his incredible strength. What's even more fascinating is that he wasn't afraid to fight seriously, even though it meant risking erasure. Meros sacrificed himself in battle to stop Moro and help Goku. But guess what? Everyone wanted Meros back, even the Great Priest, who preferred to revoke Meros' angel status and bring him back to life as a mortal. We're diving into 5th place with Whis. Did anyone see that coming? Whis is the Master to Lord Beerus, and despite his laid-back and polite demeanor, he hides a power that not even Beerus would dare to challenge. The gap between an angel like Whis and a god of destruction like Beerus, according to Akira Toriyama, is even greater than the difference between Goku and Beerus. That's because angels are born already knowing how to use Ultra Instinct, manipulate time, and possess speed and endurance that's practically immeasurable. Even though Goku has faced foes that seemed unbeatable throughout the series, it's hard to imagine Whis being surpassed. Whis himself explains that his mastery of Ultra Instinct is better than that of his apprentice, Meros, but still not as great as his father's. Isn't that mind-blowing? We're diving into 4th place with Daishinkan. At first glance, Daishinkan may seem frail and childish, but did you know he's the right-hand man of the Supreme Kai, the overseer of all 12 universes? Daishinkan's mere presence can make everyone, even the gods of destruction, tremble in fear. He's not just feared for his unwavering demeanor, but also because he's responsible for sentencing losing universes to destruction by his master, Zeno. Not only that, but Daishinkan has the power to alter rules to please Zeno, making things more entertaining for him and the cast of Dragon Ball Super. Even Whis, a powerful angel, gets scared of Daishinkan at times. In a showdown between the gods in a manga exhibition match, Daishinkan interrupted with just a flick of his fingers, stopping the full-force punches of both Beerus and Quitela. His power is so immense that even though he's never fought, he's recognized and feared by all. Isn't that incredible? We're talking about the mysterious characters known as Zeno's guards, who take the 3rd spot on our list. Have you ever wondered why Zeno, the all-powerful being, needs guards? Well, these guards are the most enigmatic among the divine beings. In every scene they appear, it's clear their sole purpose is to protect Zeno from any harm. To have such an important role, it's logical to think they must possess enough power to stop any potential threat to the supreme god of the anime. Unlike angels like Whis and the Supreme Kai, who aren't meant to fight, these guards are trained for combat. Their appearance alone gives off a vibe of immense power, as if they were created based on Zeno's own strength. They are truly intimidating. Get ready for a mind-blowing revelation about Dragon Ball's universe. In 2nd place, we have Zeno, the ruler of all 12 universes. Imagine this, a tiny little guy who can wipe out 6 entire universes with just a blink of an eye. Yup, that's Zeno for you. He's got the power to erase everything in existence in an instant, if he wanted to. His unpredictable mind and childlike personality make even the mightiest gods nervous about how long their lives will last. But hold on a second, why isn't Zeno in 1st place, you ask? Well, that's because the number 1 spot belongs to someone who not only has the power to destroy everything, but also can do things that even the supreme boss of all life forms can't. Are you ready to uncover the ultimate power in the Dragon Ball universe? Well, get ready because in 1st place, we have Zalama. Now, you all know about the Super Shenron, the mighty dragon who can grant any wish without any limits. He can even destroy entire universes, but guess what? There's someone even more powerful behind the scenes, and that's Zalama, the creator of the Super Dragon Balls. Back in Dragon Ball Z, when the Z Warriors were worried about the science, Earth's Shenron mentioned that he couldn't erase warriors stronger than his creator. This became known as the Rule of the Dragons. If this rule applies to Super Shenron, then it's safe to say that Zalama, the creator of these magical spheres, must be the strongest being in all 12 universes. Think about it. The anime is called Dragon Ball, right? So, it makes sense that the energy that fuels all the universes is connected to the Dragon Balls. With his limitless powers, Zalama is basically all-powerful, making it impossible for anyone to surpass him. Have you been wondering why certain characters didn't make it onto the list? Well, let's clear up some of those questions. First off, why are some characters missing? Well, this list only considers characters who are currently alive. That means no Zeno or Zalama because they're multiversal characters covering the entire Universe 7. Next up, why include Zeno's guards in a list about Universe 7? That's because they're multiversal too. Even though they're guards, their influence spans across Universe 7 and beyond. And why is this list considered official? Simple. It's based on real interviews with the creator of Dragon Ball, along with official statements from both the anime and manga. They give us all the juicy details, and sometimes even tell us directly who's the strongest. Now, here's the exciting part. I'll be reading all your comments to find the best suggestions for our next Dragon Ball list. If your idea gets chosen, I'll feature your comment in the video. Just click here to watch the next list on our channel. If you've stuck around till the end, you're gonna love it for sure.